Hello, good evening, everyone. I'm going to be discussing the tract of life, and just like, thoughts about, how life has been going, postulations and hypotheses. I'm going to be existing at tempo at the speed of light. And as we know before, as I've, presented the solution, it's being able to handle every single turn, and even then, you still have to learn because you've got to learn how to keep it. Because men before you have done this, people before you have done this before. They have lived the celestial hour, the path, traversed at infinite tempo, at the fastest tempo, the temple of survival, the temple of mortality. So, and nothing actually could stop you if you really are existing at the celestial tempo. And that really does mean to exist both at eternal life or to live with opposition, perfect opposition to an unrighteous enemy. For when do we wage the weapons of war? We wage the weapons of war when we have to. But if you do, you have to exist at perfect tempo, perfect pace. So what I'm doing tonight is I'm trying to encode my own track of life about like the next few months trajectory. In terms of religious discussion, it's called to prophesy. So I'm going to technically be prophesying or foretelling, predicting the future. It's done in a multitude of ways. Relative to my past self, which I remember my past self, because obviously I lived it and I also showed it. So, relative to my past self, like 4 years ago, relative to that person that lived that phase of life, there's a lot of phases that are about to happen at this tempo, but I'm going to switch it to a different song because I need to use the method of remembrance to the deepest level. There's actually a secular way that someone put this. It's like you have to be at the level of like the event or the trigger, or technically it's something that I completely agree with. But what I'm trying to say is, and it is technically related to what I am encoding, what I want to say, because my love, you blow my mind, because that's part of the song, but you are the focus. So it's not done to exalt myself, but it really is method. I'm sharing with you how it's done. Method of 32, 10 to the 32, not 10 to the minus 34. We're not thinking quantum, we're thinking macro exaltic. So I'm really trying to say that it really is celestial tempo is every phase at once, every single path at once. True as the stardust in your eyes, as true as the way that you lived your life, is the way that I know that I can live alongside you. I know. Because whenever a person, a man, a John of this world says I, you should see us, you should see it as like John, the exalted one. John, my brother, it's my brother, my Lord, who says I. Because if you say I, you're often seen as the opposite other. So I don't necessarily talk to actual friends by looking at my watch all the time, because I'm trying to give you, my unknown Lord, my love, everything that I have, the celestial hour. Even if you're far from home, I want to give you everything, a crying shoulder that you could ever lean on or want from life. I can say that I want you because I do, and I can write a song for you, and I have, and I can because it's just a part of our life. What slice do you want of my delta T? And I can give this to you as true as the stars, the stardust in your eyes, as true as there are a multitude yet finite ways to your heart. That's exactly what I believe in. And I've seen this exaltation of love, things that I have hoped for, that I have received, though that's possible. So celestial things do exist. Let me lower this. Celestial things do exist, and they're beautiful, parts of our world, but they are often seen as something that's like very far away or not possible to obtain. That is not true at all. Because as long as you are on track on this conversation's desire to give unto your Lord, because that's not what I'm doing. I'm not trying to fill a void. I'm not trying to just speak indirect nonsense. But what I'm really doing is a directed conversation of vectors. And my Lord, my love, once before has asked me, why don't you do this with your friends? Why don't you do this once before? My Lord, my love, do you want to be the prime harmonic the first time I've ever lived this life? Because as true as the stardust that's in your eyes that I have been following, that has shown me this path to paradise, to you through your eyes, as true as you are my my favorite song, as true as a favorite song. You keep me going. You are the purpose of everything. As true as everything that I have observed, that is you, my Lord, my love. So it technically does go that way. And the method towards paradise, towards celestial exaltation, really is remembering and keeping your covenants towards your Lord. And it really gets very deep, because what are these things? What is eternal life? Brother, wonderful. We're glad to have you here. I'm just doing my own record. This is a discussion for my future children, because I finally learned how to talk to them. So I can give infinite wisdom now to anybody, any brother, any person who crosses me by the wayside. By the minute, I will tarry in with you. By the minute, I will give you celestial, till the lights come on. And this is what I want to give my Lord, my love, my private love. I can do this, yes, for pay, for labor, for money, but I'm worth so much more. And do you not see what I'm worth? I don't know. That doesn't seem safe. You cannot invite me to co-host, because that seems... One, you're a different language. I don't disrespect that, but that doesn't seem safe. I'm on a conversation right now. Maybe next time. You should write in my chat if you want to come on. Not just random invites. I don't accept. Anyways, don't dream it's over. There was a person I fell in love with. Koi, I'm so glad you're here. You honestly, thank you for being here. You mean... And then when do we speak our prayers? When do we say you and who and in our life and in our world? When do we say these things? Don't dream it's over by Crowded House. There's a battle ahead. And many battles are lost. Wow, I thought it was many battles are won. What? But you'll never see the end of the road while you're traveling with me. Hey now. So that love, that song, is about the lamentation of a young man going on his journey to become this exalted warrior, a man of God. But it's even if you're a man of God, we're still not exalted, we're still not beloved, we're still not cared for unless we have produce. And so you bring produce, and it's here's what I can give. And it's that's really good, but I don't want to build with you right now, because I don't have faith to believe in... What? I don't understand. And people don't have faith unless they're attractive enough. So it's faith is not... faith is equal to money. So I'm talking to my future son right now. I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to my future son. Give him the real. Because... what I'm really talking to is that love, that self. But it really is your future son, and it really is your friend, because when your Lord is there, when he truly is there, when she is there, when she doesn't want to be there, your Lord is there, your friend is there, Samuel is there. That's the truth. So, many shadows ahead, barely clearing the roof. Interesting. In that part, I hear it in my head, because there is something called slant rhythm, slant rhyme. Slant rhythm and slant rhyme is a valid way of discernment in this universe. And it works because it works because the emotion vector of the song is actually a slant. It has multiple branches. It can go into multiple different things. And I've done the work. I've charted this out. You can go through all the branches of a song. And we can do that. We're using the Elders Quorum, using a collection of souls. And I've been here again. And now I'm walking again to the beat of the drum. What did I just say? And this is what I've lived before, because you think this is the first harmonic. It's not my Lord, my love, because you didn't want that. So I've been counting the steps to the door of your heart, because I know that you don't want to be here. You don't want to be here because you don't want to be here while a man is becoming. Hey now, and I'm talking to my son. That calmness. Hey now. It's okay. She comes, she goes. And when the world comes in, all the pace of this song is the conversation to you. We'll build a wall between us, because it started as my wife, my spouse, my Lord. But then it turned into my son, my brother, my Lord. But who is my neighbor? Who is my prójimo? Who is my prójimo? My nearest neighbor. And my mom said, don't say prójimo as just the person proximate to you. Prójimo means like pariente. I'm why would you ever say that? But it's an interesting conversation, and actually, I think it's a very precious conversation. Like, just think about it. If I can ask questions from the elders' quorum, I know I can also ask questions from the sisters, the Relief Society. So when I ask questions about the sister souls, I ask them about individual experiences, so they can answer all of the perspectives of suffering. That's what the sisters give, and isn't that beautiful? Their collective wisdom transcends pain and sadness. It transcends death because it stores the emotions of a living, precious other. What woman would it take for you to remember the validity of a human life? And actually, no, we'll go to the next song. But yeah, that's what that means. So Christ, whenever he brought up women or women in the scriptures, specifically Christ, New Testament. Old Testament is different. I don't know because I haven't studied it yet, but that's just, I know it fundamentally. It feels my vectors, they're completely different subjects. The Old Testament is like the rules of the law, the rules of God, which is very weird and abstract, and I don't like it because the rules of God has a lot of very, very heavy bias of my group, in group, versus out group. So I don't think it's technically a valid subject of anything. I don't think the Old Testament is valid. The New Testament is objectively valid. It's objectively infinite, and that's as a physicist. So I'm just trying to share, like, there is anthropology. Sorry, there's the anthropic principle, like valid prime observer. The Old Testament, everyone thinks they're perfect. I'm the group of Moses, of Abraham. So it's that kind of thinking with the Old Testament folk. And then the New Testament is supposed to be the method of infinite recursion. That's what it is, and that's what it teaches. So forgive me if I hurt you. And how is this? When I'm talking about to my love, to someone I really care about, how am I even bothering to try to save those that don't want to listen? Those that don't hear? Those that think, oh, you said something religious. Oh, don't you let it stop. Oh, don't you stop, honey. Yes, you're right, my Lord, my love, I should. But I will never stop. Why? That's weird. But only if you listen to me, if you come inside my heart, if you have empathy, if you recognize, here's how it works. Whenever someone, a physicist, a trusted brother, he's a John of this world, should I not listen to to what John has to say? John says, in the beginning was the Word, this is the method of Christ. He goes straight into it. By chapter 3, they're on so many revealed truths. Chapter 1 and 3. Chapter 2 is like, Christ is already a grown man. He's flipping tables by chapter 2. So it's like, whoa, he sped up the entire story up while everyone else goes about the birth for like 8 chapters. 5 chapters in Matthew. It goes like that. And Luke, it's like 8. So it's like, they're different, but that's how it works. So I'm sorry. And if you really want to know what it's like to have no wrong to ever go your way, those that love God have something in the perfect... Basically, those that love God are blessed with continual knowledge, continuous conversation, because what is done for you is for the betterment of your life. Because you now have testimony. You now have shared brotherhood. You are part of the vine. And that's what Christ says. If you are part of my vine, brother. So I can reveal celestial truth at infinite pace. And my gosh, there was only like 3 minutes that I've given you practically apostolic. And that really is a verse or a word. Obviously, the apostles use it in general conference today. But you can give apostolic witness and wisdom according to the Corinthians, or one of them. But basically, there's a method of how you're supposed to, even in Acts. Acts tells you, now that you have the apostolic wisdom from 1 Corinthians and maybe 2 Corinthians, you are now supposed to, or you will now see in your world. You will now see in your world these acts occurring. And if they haven't and they are not occurring, it's because you're not in that branch or that layer of society. That really is how it works. Therefore, you must venture and perform these acts, witness these acts, and they will occur. And when these acts occur, you will have resurrected your Lord exactly unto the story and the pace of the act. Not the pace. The pace is different, because the pace in the Bible or in the New Testament, is done at like not celestial pace. Well, it is technically, but it's done at like, this is like weeks at a time. Each event is like whatever fastest human in an empire pace would take. Maybe it's 46 days between the scriptures, between like the verses, but that's not what it really means. It means at whenever it took, it was this day and then the next day. This is a good question. I'm going to answer it even though infinite conversations are happening at the same time. Do you know the difference between the old God and the Old Testament and the God in the New Testament? I do not, unfortunately. I haven't studied that. Theoretically, they should not be, but a lot of humans say that there is a difference, which makes me confused and bothered. Like, why are these humans saying there's a different God and there's an old law and new law? I think it's just they want to pick and choose. As a physicist, that's what I feel like is happening. But because there technically shouldn't be a difference. According to Christ, there's no difference about the God of the Old Testament and the New Testament. That's not just what I have studied. That's not just what I think and the verbiage is said. That is objectively what he says, and that is confirmed in leaders of the church, that their study confirms supposed to be the same God, allegedly. But that's a point that we make, and we notice that everyone sees a different God. It's weird. I don't think they're different. I just think God changed his method of saving. Dude, that's a great way to... I haven't even read it too much, but as far as I can tell, it's sort of yes, exactly. He changed his method of saving instead of like prophets, because it seems like it never worked, to now be a method of like, listen to your Christ, listen to your loved ones. That's how it's supposed to work. So you're right. So what is God is a very interesting subject that should be studied, because it should not be just the ignorant caveman's God. It's not your God. It really is a subject. God is a subject that it means these things. So when people say God-fearing man, women don't actually believe in a God-fearing man, because they don't really believe in a God. Like, I'm talking about like non-denominational, like the women that are on Kevin Samuel's show. I'm talking about those people. So when those people say like, I want a person that believes in God, it's every single time they want someone that believes in their flavor of justice, of like rules of life. I don't want someone that will cheat on me, therefore he needs to be a man of God. There's clearly men of the church that have done the same kind of nonsense. So it's like, but it's like cheating is a human thing, but it's also like, it's not okay. So it's like, point is, we're now on nonsense, because they are nonsense. So when you notice, and this is part of our general conference today about like what I might believe in my technically church, this is now historical. So I can talk the vectors. So we can talk historical about charting life as it is, as we lived it, as I lived it. We can also talk about celestial things, blessings, What vector are we on? So a transpose, or not a transpose, but a change of basis, a change into a new basis, a new vector set, is inherently done by changing topics, but because what once was by Hers. It's a really good song. Baby, I've been there before. My son, I've been there before. I have been at this harmonic, this failure, so to speak, of conversation. Or it could be taken that way if you were to ignore, once again, the explanation of like the religious stuff about what it means. I kind of want to show you this. Yeah, this is the set. It looks super cool. Yeah. Anyways, these vectors can be delivered whenever, so it kind of bothers me. Like, how do people won't give you the time. People will never, like, as like outsiders, strangers, only with your actual celestial friends, like celestial hour. So an hour really does mean something, but it should be more conversational. Like, hours should be more like, if you really want to get to know someone, you have plenty of beats, but you have about 3-minute beats. So I have taken up only about so about 25 is when we started. About three completed beats, really, because if they're 5 minutes each at best, maybe even 3. So if they're 3 minutes each, we've done 5 beats. So pretty cool, and that really is what we have seen, and I can technically prove that once after the fact. But I know I've done it, so I know I travel in beats of 3 minutes because I study that. Because I notice, I'm like, wait a minute. What is the pace? How many bytes have I delivered? And that lets me know if I've done an actual meaningful conversation. I'm not just speaking nonsense. I'm speaking vectors. Let's go here. I drop you there. Okay, we can do that about life. Does that make sense, my lord, my love? Okay, we can do that. That's not what I want to do right now. What do you want to do? So then I jump to the next vector. So that's how it works. Good evening. Hello. I'm just saying hi to everyone, or I'm just existing right now. I'm trying to encode bytes or vectors that I'm going to do in the future. So right now, this song is super fun. It's called Sonic Boom, and unironically, I know it's a little cringe. I know it's cringe, but it's from the Sonic CD. And it's a Sega. It's a game. James 1 through 17. I'll check that out after the live and all the stuff. So I'll just take a screenshot or whatever. So there. Pretty much what I'm going to do very soon, and actually tomorrow morning, I'm going to go to my storage. I'm going to grab my joystick because I've been studying. Okay, I'll explain what I mean by studying. I was actually realizing that there's yet another improvement to I'm going to prove the F-35 stuff that I've done in my video game, in Kerbal Space Program. I'm going to prove it. So I'm going to show you using so you can actually make missions in Kerbal Space Program. So I'm going to make a mission. I'm going to show the demonstration of me building the mission. I'm going to work on it tomorrow. It's going to be a big one. So just the first portion is 5 to 7 minutes of straight no BS. You got to focus while you're flying, because you have to put the F-35 into slow mode. You have to use it to angle to climb, because I show you how it's used for climb efficiency. So set it into the angle mode, climb up the mountain, do a flip, and so it's super cool stuff. Funny, all things come back around. Personally, I would love if all things did come back around. Let me change the song, actually. I'm not talking about fun, cool things. Okay, Dream On. That's actually perfect. Dream On is a sad song, but it is entirely related to All Things Come Back Around. Because... Sorry. I accidentally exited the app. I was just trying to lower the... But the point is, all things do come back around. Wait, what? No. I wanted to say that I've achieved exaltation. So, I'm finally seen for who I am. But it's I still don't have enough star power. I'm not actually attractive enough, So it's because I'm still human. I'm still mortal. I'm not handsome. But the point is, so what is that related to Dream On? It is related to Dream On because the past is gone. But we're trying to really... No, I don't have the lyrics with me. But it's very important to pull it up. All right, brother. Thanks for a notice session of opening my eyes to what's true. I haven't even done that, honestly, Vec, brother. Okay, have a wonderful evening. Sorry I failed you, man. I guess I should talk about that. All right. So opening your eyes, what I can deliver to you in 3 minutes in a quick bite, in a quick beat, is that people may not know where it comes and where it goes, but I do know where it comes and where it goes. And that's what I've achieved in this exaltation. And I talk to women like I've showed you in these bites. I can give you a bite, my lord, my love, but it takes 3 minutes. I can tell you exactly where we can go in the garden, anywhere you want. And I've even done this in the method of the resurrection. And I want you to have this, because women are gods. If you, my lord, if you, my sister, my daughter, if you, my daughter, my lord, if you, my daughter, had this, you, my daughter, if you were someone that I taught and I trust, I'm showing you, I wonder what you could do, because I haven't done it yet. Sing with me. Sing for the women. Sing for the years. Sing for the left. Sing for those in tears. Sing with me. Just for today. Living tomorrow. We can have tomorrow. I want to show you something before the Lord takes you away. However, there's so many vectors in Dream On that I can't even deliver unless you, my Lord, my love, are here. But notice, my Lord, my love is different than my daughter, because who is my daughter is whoever wants to be here is my friend. So it's I can teach you, my Lord. I think you're on the right path. I have proven, and it's a weird thing. I've proven this is the right path. I've achieved so many blessings. I've obtained the method, sing for the women, and it comes. And this is what I'm telling you about. This was a hypothesis. This is my blessing, my heart, my soul, bleeding unto you, never tomorrow. For the good Lord can take you away, for I know I can die. For I know that my son will never get to see this. My children, my future, my Lord, my temple covenants. Dream on. I will not stop. I will not cease. And this is what it means to have an apostolic witness, a witness such light. And my Lord, my love, who are you? Who hath seen this? Only but few. But when they have, they say, oh, I can exalt thee. And then I say, I don't see that with you. I don't. but I see that with very few, and so I know the method. I know, my Lord, my love, you. I know I'm on this right path, but you have confirmed it. And that is what it means. Dream on, sister, soul, my Lord, my love, my daughter. My love, my daughter, the person I care for. Dream on, King sing for the women, sing for the here, sing for the left, sing for all those in tears, and I won't stop. And this is how it works. I never tomorrow. I know, and that's why, exactly, I know you see it. Sing for the left and sing for the tears. And this is what it means. I have done it yet again. My Lord, Father, for let it be, it is good, for it has been done in thy sight, that you have revealed it even unto babes. Thou art such. And that is Luke. Luke what? I don't know. I think it's like Luke 11 or maybe 10, maybe even 9. I don't care. But it's those Lukes. 9, 10, 11. And what do you mean by those Lukes? My Lord, my love, my daughter, my friend, you are here. I've said this to my friends. I've said this to my friends. So you want not my first harmonic? My Lord, my love, I'm glad. Well, here you are. Maybe you asked. Let's just say you did. Because here you tarry in. You hear the music. You hear the wedding. The dance. And that's what this is. Ay Dios. Sí, Señor. Yes. Yes, sí, Señor. Señor, Don Celestial, Padre Celestial, sí, Señor, estoy aquí con los santos, con los ángeles, and you will know when you are amongst angels. Yeah. Tú y yo a la fiesta, tú y yo. Man, I am just vibing, and it doesn't matter, and I really wish you could hear it, but technically, I did it. I actually did that one time on YouTube, but it's bad for my future, because then nobody gets to win. But if you want to know what I'm listening to in the future, Bailando by Paradiso. Paradiso. Pardisio. And it's the only song of them that I know of and I like. I don't know. I haven't listened to any of their others. And it's from a childhood kind of song. It's called Bailando. Bailando. And it goes so well. Oh, tú y yo. Yeah. You and me are at the party. You and me a la fiesta. You and me, oh yeah, you and me, all night. You and me are at the party, tú y yo, oh, toda la noche, bailando. So we are dancing, we are friends, not, and here's the thing, it's not amigos adios, that is the literal lyrics. I have told my friends, only the closest saints, angels, babes before me in heaven, the saints, the angels before you, I've only told those people, amigos not adios. Amigos con Dios. Nosotros somos amigos con Dios. Que justo. And then I wish I could say much more blessings in Spanish. And I can't even say vosotros because I really want to say vosotros. But I want to say it for you guys. Os deberáis escucháis. Sorry, I'm trying to say you guys should listen to the song. Os deberáis escuchar esta canción. And it would be say that because I used the verb version of you should. So, and it's os instead of vos. I could say vos, but apparently it's more slang and informal to say os. So they say os, not vos. So, vos... Sorry, let me try to remember what it... Vos deberáis. Vos deberáis escuchar esta canción. And I really love it. I really love Spanish. So I'm trying to include Spanish to start flirting a little bit. Because that's just my soul is. But it's why is she not here? What is it? Am I not, projecting who I am? Or is it, she doesn't listen to me? What? Or unless she thinks I'm too nerdy. Because obviously all the bites that I've shared, previously... I shared 15 minutes or 15 minutes worth of bites, and those were knowledge bites. How I did only one actual bite, maybe 5 minutes, 7 minutes of love, of passion, of dance, and it's people think you're just bites, sound bites, as it were. We're gonna play a new song if that's okay. We're gonna play a new song, Mac DeMarco for the first time, and it's gonna be the live version. Follow along. Follow along. Oh, so, and here's the thing that I remember when I was a child, or versus vectors. Oh, that's exactly how it's done. So you gotta just relax, So and you might say, oh my lord, my friend, it is borracho. No, well, she's been away. There's been many days where life could be rough. Life has been rough, but I take apart a section of my life for you. I take apart a section of my life for you. What does that mean? Well, simply being alive can be rough. And that really is what I wanted to share with you, what I actually do share with people on dates. So while you're here with me, while you're here tearing it in, because I know we don't have forever, although it feels that way, as though people love to ignorantly live that way. My Lord, when I'm not here, it seems like I'm not trying, but not at all. I know that we're always together, and I know how it feels, and I know how to feel on that day. And I can give this to you because I've lived this before, but I don't want to talk about before. I want to talk about for the first time with you. I want to live the first time again with you. But if you understand how it works, I want to show you. Then I wonder what you could do, what verses you could show me again. But I've never lived this, so it's just the appreciation of the song. And it happens to be a way for us to encode the time that we had when we were out of town, because, as young men, as young souls, we live adventurous lives. We ought to. You should travel, you should see life. But I did not have like a dating phase in terms of like a sexual. I don't care about that. I don't do that. I'm not married. That's not what it means. This means my baptismal covenants. But surprisingly, no one has ever asked me about, no woman has ever asked me about my ring unless she actually was previously married. That's fascinating. So, kind of interesting. It's just like seeing her. And I will throw away the other conversation because I'm trying to share with you these vectors. It happens to be encoded in this song. And it is actually, I will say this from repentance, from my future son. I actually did. One woman was icked out, and I respect it. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. That's her red flag, her choice to look for, but she didn't give me enough a chance to explain. I think it's okay for her, but I don't think it's a good decision, because obviously she missed out, but whatever. Because I could have genuinely loved her. I felt that way. It's like, oh, you seem very genuine. Like, why not? Turns out she wasn't, so good for me. Because that's how we weed out people that are for you. That's what your Lord is. I was going to teach her all that stuff. Clearly she didn't want to. Because I was actually saying this song specifically, and I showed it to her. I was like, oh, this happens to be some memories. I want to show you this kind of... I was about to do the prime harmonic before I did the studied harmonic. I studied that vector. I was like, well, this is how I feel. And then it was after that conversation. So I was about to do the prime harmonic because I thought that's what women wanted. I told you, my son, I told you. I want to show you. Isaiah or Elias, method of future. I'm trying to share with you that I failed. Perfect song we're on. What a Fool Believes by the Dewey Brothers. What a Fool Believes. Because I was once in her life. And so if you can actually be with a woman like in her life, you technically can weed out so many mistakes. Like you now get... Because that is what I lived. I was a train wreck of a young man. I was immature. I was lustful. I was ignorant. I was emotionally naive and negligent. I did care. I really did. But I didn't put gushy emotions into love because of my pain. Obviously, I was a young man and we failed love, but it's like, if you want those things, you just have to ask. But she's like, I don't want to have to ask anything. You are showing me what you will give me. So that was interesting. I feel bad, but it's like, I don't feel bad because it was a blessing. Like, I got to see everything about life. So I count it as like, thank you very much for the time we had. One of the last things she said to me was that the years with you were wasted. You wasted years of my life. And I was like, damn. Because I just wasn't the man that I should have been, or she didn't want to accept that I was a developing soul because I was like a first generation. Like I was literally my father wasn't really a man, or he wasn't really present in my life. He was immature. He didn't really like, he had issues. So not really a good source. So I had to teach myself. Everyone has to learn emotional intelligence. Even women. That is technically true. That's technically true. Everyone does, but to different degrees and how you study. But he never made her daytime. I guess I never did, because and it says as she arises to her apology, but it says that in the song. So we know that I love the song because, and this is what I teach people when I hear the song. I want to tell you about the song, and technically it's my cross to bear. So it's like, if I tell this to certain women, and then here's another ick. I said this song. So it's like, this song, because I wanted to share a playlist. I was sharing my playlist. So I was like, this song makes these thoughts, and here's what these thoughts are. So it means, this song means, there's a guy that says he never made her daytime, but why is it she never rose to her apology? It teaches the viewer, the listener, to not think so binary in their music. It's slapping you in the face with like, no one's wrong, who's wrong? He's rising to her occasion. She's not rising to her apology. It should be he's rising to his apology. But it doesn't sound musically good, so it goes both ways, genders. It swaps who's wrong. And that's the beauty of this song. I love it. Because love can come and love can go. So why is it that love can't stay? And that's whatever, really cool stuff. I'm just going to keep going because I wanted to do one harmonic hour, one celestial hour. So it's at least another 30 minutes, at least 25 minutes. But it should have been about 30. I don't want to do Notorious Thugs right now. That's more of like Cool Fire. I don't want to do Cool Fire right now. That's later. I want to do Emotion. Lost. Yeah, this one's good. Okay. Lost by Cali Lifestyle. This song specifically I'm trying to share, like, because I'm trying to share, like, how the years have been, because it's been, like, multiple years. So this song specifically, I've learned how to, like I was saying earlier, sorry, I was saying 3 beats ago, actually, after so 3 beats ago, I was sharing how I survived this with the sacrament. So I learned this, not just emotional intelligence. I learned physical intelligence, like how to eat nutritiously, how to take care of the body, and there are some bare minimums that you have to do with your life. So I learned how to do that, and it really was at the age of 21, 22 actually, but it happened. I don't care to think about it, but it was beautiful. It was beautiful. But this song specifically just reminds me of what it feels like to experience death, and it can basically, once I'm in a beautiful place, once I'm going through the market, once I'm going through life, even with a smoke or whatever, metaphors, even with peace, peaceful abundance, even with everything I could want, and I've done those days. I've had really great days, so I can show that. I can give that to you as a woman, as a partner, as my spouse, my love, my Lord, my children. I can give you guys great days. And that's what you should be looking for as my Lord, my daughter, as my friend, my sister, my daughter, what I would tell her. You should be looking for how a person consecrates time and flip through his memories. Ask where he's been lost, how he's been lost, how he's been dropping, how he's been hip-hopping. Check out Rio Speedwagon. I don't know what you mean by Rio Speedwagon, but I know Speedwagon. I gotta blow my nose later or soon. But yeah, as I've done before and as I've shown, this is very hard to give bites by bites by bites. It's really hard. Like, people can't do it. So that's why a lot of relationships are just physical, because it's like, oh my gosh, Because like I shared way early. I remember the time was like 10:25, 10:35, 10:35. It was about there. It was about there at the time that I was talking about apostolic witness, about like First Corinthians, and I shared so much spiritual fire that like, and that's actually what happened. I did live that. So it's like, my Lord, these blessings are real. Like, they work. But like, it's not meant to bypass someone's sexuality. I'll say that. It's not meant to be done that way. But it happens to work that way for many of the religious women, where they might be like, oh my gosh, you're attractive enough and spiritual enough to the ratio that you are attractive. I noticed that for women, for certain, you just happen to see reality. You happen to see reality. So if you're very attractive, the spiritual requirement is lowered. But if you're not attractive, the spiritual requirement is huge, along with this financial requirement. It's like, well, I wouldn't really marry him, but but, and it's like that. And like, I don't want to be someone's but. I want to be someone's, hey, I want you for you, not. And here's another. I've seen multiple ways that women, and it's like, and it makes me feel sad and mad at the sister souls, because they're not doing the work of storing human life. They're not doing the body of Christ work. Why should they? They're not men. They're not the body of Christ, but they are. So it's like, I actually believe in the priesthood in this study for everyone. And there are some groups of people that are like, women should not be expected to try to improve, but they also should. They do have that structure in this church, I will say. So that is in this church, but not in others. Not in others. So that's what I wanted to make a distinction of, that it's not practiced universally. Okay, that's a good song. Blow now, never sniffle. I told my neighbor that today. Facts. Okay. You're in my legs. So true. My gains are still slightly there. I'm so glad. I haven't been going to the gym for the last 4 weeks. But yeah, this song is called Wouldn't Want to Know by Prep. I've lived this life. So I guess I still have so many things I need to say, because I started so many vectors. I got to finish the seeds. So specifically, I had someone, and I failed my covenants as well. So there was a time period that I took this off because I wasn't worthy. And because I failed my baptismal covenants, which is the law of chastity. I'm back now in terms of how I feel. I don't want to wear this unless I'm celestial. That's how I feel. So because I do feel that way, I've allowed myself to be celestial again, to exalt myself, but not all the way. So what happened was that she stopped going to, she didn't want to go to church anymore because my light was so bright. She's like, oh, you can tell me everything that you, so like, and also when I tried to send her stuff about like math and physics, what I do, what I like, what I study, basics, like, oh, I think this is a cool concept. One was just sharing a concept. This is super cool. She's like, what is this? I don't like math. I don't like why are you dating a physicist and then you want to listen to me, but you don't want to when it's not me? So it's like, she just wanted to hear me like, oh, when he's, I didn't like it. Pretty much, and I guess I've gained so much empathy for women because of what I went through. I know what it's like to exalt, and I don't want to say this on record, so I can't say it the way I've said it to I will stop talking. I know what it's like to give yourself, and that is what happened. I gave myself to someone that wasn't worthy. I know what that's like, because then, just because they said really good things and it really got you emotional, whatever, and you trusted that they wanted wisdom. Yeah, so it goes inverse. It goes both ways. you can fail as a man the same way that women fail. But like, because my friend was talking to me and he didn't have that empathy. And I was like, whoa, brother, I'm glad you're telling me this. I'm glad you're telling me how you're feeling about women and that you've heard have had premarital sex. But I don't think that's an issue. One, that doesn't matter, like, in terms of like body count and stuff, because it's very low in whatever. But the point is, it doesn't matter, regardless. Even if it's big, it doesn't matter. But it's how you participate and what it means to you. So the point is, he was disrespectful, and I told him, well, maybe this happened. And I actually said what happened, especially if it was their first time or whatever, because like he heard this, and it changed his view on this woman. I was like, so what if she's not the first time? Technically, that was what just happened to this person as well. Hey, I didn't want to be, but it was. So, I want to talk to someone my age about this, but I have, but I guess I want more conversational thoughts regarding it, because like a lot of people avoid it. They don't really linger on letting me like talk. What the heck is it? Stop doing that. Let me change the song. This song is terrible. Till I collect. Nah. Ooh, Time. That's a good one. It's an emotional song. We got 20 more minutes, so we got about 4 more bites left. So I did the last bite of just sharing these thoughts. I still have to finish the vectors. So I completed that one. Do not diminish your experience. I'm much older than you, but life teaches a lot. That's exactly what I want to share with everyone. Like, don't diminish their experiences regardless. Even if they're 21, even if they're 19. Their experiences through life are harmonic. It will happen. However, it's up to the older generation. It's up to us, everyone above 26 and older. I say 25. Everyone above 25, but 25 is still living their life. So 26 is where the work starts. I think you should start really working of storing what life has been. Because 25, obviously, you'll learn up to the modality of everything. That is how your brain fundamentally works. So that's how your neurons and neural network and everything happens to work. So it is. So she wants to feel that love again. And this song really makes me very sad. And I want to talk about that. Time by Baby Chair. What a funny, lovely name. I want to feel that warmth again. But it says she. She wants to feel that warmth again. And at night, she keeps on trying to leave again, to find that warmth. But maybe at another time. Yeah. Damn, that song is very sad. I really didn't start learning until 40. That's a whole lot of rip. Rip indeed. Rest in peace, sadness. Jesus wept. I say that because, I wanted to talk about my sister, actually. I wanted to talk about my sister as well. But I wanted to talk to my sister specifically in a video the same way that I would have been talking to Fairest Maiden, the most beautiful soul. Time, it flies. We may used to have it all the time. Poetic. We may have had our lives together. But what matters more is you choosing what we do now. And I've given people this dominion over what we do and what I do, and it doesn't work. So that's interesting. It doesn't work unless she is faithful, unless she is solid in her soul. And this home, he wants to feel that warmth again, that love again. And I've found my Lord. I've told you I've done it with my brother, my daughter, my sister. But I want to feel that warmth again. What a hug is. And I felt that with my brother, my mother, and my sister. But I want to feel that with someone continuous. What would that be like? I had it before, but maybe at another time. And this is what I can show you, man. Like, music is so beautiful. So beautiful. It stimulates the neural pathways of the life that we've lived. It gives us the ability to do all 32 at once, all patterns at once. Only to the degree that you've put in those patterns, you've put them in, you've woven those specific loops in that emotion. I kind of want to do that song again because I had so much to talk about Ferris Maid, and I will. The next song is super groovy. Like where I'll do a bite of like lust and cool stuff, but I want to be sad for a little bit before because we have a lot more emotions to go through. Okay, the next one will be cool. I'll be funky, but right now we're gonna stay sad. Okay, time to get blocked. That's obviously spam. Bye. Block. I would let anybody in. Honestly, I have no nothing. Honestly, I've also heard that some people show hole as like a joke, but they don't. It's not a joke because there'll be bots apparently that will whatever, and they'll show images to get your stuff taken down. That's what I've heard. So, and it actually was like a guy that randomly joined a woman. Yeah. So conversations. But it's whatever Time by Baby Chair. There are ways for a person to, and it is related exactly to the derivative that happened right now, the celestial second. We can live in celestial seconds, and I want you, my daughter, to know this. And now we're flowing. Now we're flowing. You know the method now of Elias, which is the future generation. Hey, Moses and Elias, New Testament kind of works. So the stuff that I was studying that I gave to Ferris Maiden, to my love, my Lord, and it's interesting. Out of all that fire that I said, Time by Pink Floyd. Oh my gosh, you're gonna kill me. Okay, well we will do that. We will do Time by Pink Floyd. That's something that I've done before. But it hurts my heart so much, like my soul, like it makes my soul like. Let's do it right now. Because at another time, this song is telling me this song also Time, the exact same name. We got to do it. So my Lord, yes, we will. Pink Floyd, Time. Pink. Okay. And you can't do a Pink Floyd without increasing the altitude. So you can't do a Pink Floyd without increasing the altitude. So don't worry, guys. Don't worry. There's a ghost. Don't worry. The intro of the song is playing anyways. Boom, boom, boom. Boop, 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 boop. Hey, don't worry. Time is still going. I can't show you the ghosts, Boop, boop. Hey, don't worry. Time is still going. I can't show you the ghosts, It's going pretty good. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so we'll talk more about Kerbal Space Program. So, Kerbal Space Program. What I'm gonna do, I'm making the F-35, but I'm gonna make little missions and tutorials. I'm doing the work of the father I'm doing my future son stuff. So I want my future son to play these stuff and to have fun. So I'm gonna do it, and whatever's done for the son is done for everyone. So isn't that a blessing? Isn't that pretty cool? So yeah, I'm gonna increase. We got a little bit more. A little bit more. Oh, I gotta tell you about Sister Nastasia. Oh, so many blessings. Cool stuff. Yep. No ghosts. I mean, nothing but ghosts. Taken away. Don't miss. Okay, we're gonna sing this because I did karaoke with my friends actually. Ways off hand way. Let's do it. Let's do it. Kicking around on a piece of ground in your hometown. Waiting for someone, something to show you the way. Tired of lying in the sunshine, staying home to watch the rain. You are young and life is long, and there is time to kill today. And then one day you find 10 years have gone behind you. No one told you when to run. You miss the starting gun. Damn, bro. Hey, that's what's up. Sorry. That's what's up. Ghosts. Oh, right there in the solo too. Oh man, that's gonna be pure ghost. Yeah, man, I got this. We can go now. Solo, you know. I'm getting good at it. That's what happens when you're a physicist. You always have the Father's wisdom with you. That's something actually that I have lived, that I have said, and that I have exalted. So be with me, my brother, my son. Oh my God, my Lord, my love. And this is what I have given to you, what I can give to you, what I have lived, what he has given me. And he will rise to her apology. And that is exactly how it's supposed to go. Because notice what I said. He will rise to her apology. He will rise to what she needs of him. And I have. And I've done that actually not just to what she needs, but what she wanted. What she needed was me to figure that out sooner. But anyways, I didn't do it till now. Racing around. That's exactly the point of this. So that's what I'm trying to say. That I listened to the song when I was with her. We listened to Pink Floyd. We did the whole experience, the whole Dark Side of the Moon and like being in Mars, at Mars. Shorter of breath and one day closer to death. We lived it. Every year was getting shorter. And we yet never seemed to have found the time. With friends, not plans. Wow, dude, that's even deeper. Plans that either come to naught or half a page of scribbled lines. That's actually not exactly what I even said, what I thought. In my mind, I used to say, friends that neither... It's like friends that neither have the time for slant rhythm, slant rhyme. So it's like this verse stuff. Time is gone, the song is over. I thought I'd have something more to say. And that's for a lot of other people. Like I said, my Lord. Like I said, my friend. My brother, my son. I've said this. Oh my God. I'm going to set that there. Because that's my iPad. You are very present. Yes, I mastered that. And actually, I like to be here when I can is exactly what I am. Like I like to be present when I can. However, we also get home sad and we're tired. And we do want to warm our bones by the fire. And this is a vector. So this vector is so short that it's nearly impossible to write to in terms of the many branches, because there's so many branches that are still yet happening. And obviously there would be more branches because it's a new ABA format in terms of poetry. I actually was doing the poetry or the ABA format for a song called Prep, so I actually should add this or Pink Time by Pink Floyd as one of the songs to write the ABA poetry format of how it actually decomposes. Ooh, I gotta because I selected that song out of my playlist, it replayed it, because whenever you select songs, it does that. What should we do in terms of emotion? Let's do sad again. We'll do deep in your mind, because I have a verse to talk about. I want to talk about Okay, let me randomize the playlist because that's how it works. Let's see what's next. This is Candid. Sorry, this is like the only wasted moment of life, honestly. Because I was judged for my celestial second by my previous partner. She's like I said, wasted my time, wasted my life. So I learned how to spend time with a woman, how to always give her something of emotion, or decide not share my mind, because I should not be present. I should only be present to the. I'm just a stupid kid. That's the point of the song. So it's like, I guess it matters that we have it on. I guess, Deep in Your Mind by James Wyatt Crosby. There ain't nothing that I wouldn't do. And if the answer's no, then I'll be on my way. I think about you every second, every single day. But I guess there's certain things we can't afford to know. I guess there's certain places we just can't afford to go. So, I've lived this before, and like I literally just had karaoke with my friends. So now this is getting even deeper. So like this is technically frontiers that, because I'm so present and you are blessed. Thank you in the presence of angels. Thank you. I'm glad to share this with you. But I want to share this with you that what's happening right now is actually super deep. Like we are at the transcendental part of reality that I hypothesized, that I prophesied, but it's like, when we are lost, you know that I can be found. I know all the places, the one where you hide. I know what you're thinking, deep in your mind, deep in your mind, deep in your mind, deep in your mind. Deep in your mind. Honestly, this song has to be sung, because you can really get to know someone's mind, or at least disgust, man. Like this song, my daughter, and notice how I switched the verses. Why would I tell my son, like, you gotta sing this song in front of? No, dude. I'm trying to tell you, like, the advantage is on the sister. The advantage is. And it's on the dynamic opposite other. But why is this the case? Who cares? Who cares about? Who gives a about the skeptic? Dude, I'm showing you the method of revelation, the method of mythologize all of the time you spend not doing anything. Like unemployed behavior, bro. When alone in solitude. Oh, you say I'm unproductive? I've done my work. A sliver of the moon beside a setting sun. And if you're not alone, maybe you found a friend, someone to lift you up back to yourself again. If so, then good for you. I guess your job is done. The war is over now. Your battle fought and won. Dude, honestly, you say it so like, I mean, technically you're not wrong, and that's the beauty of like the brothers quorum or like multiple witness. Whatever you say or impressions, whatever you shall bless, I shall bless. Whatever you shall curse, I shall curse. So you are my friend. So you are my Lord. You are blessed. So whatever you said, I will bless. Let's see what you said. Planned indoctrination by music. Some heard it different. What do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean by that? If you please could what's it called? There's a word for it. Or if you could please bestow me the grace of having, and there's a better word for it, there's a word that says what I'm the intent. If you could please grant me with that response about what you mean by planned indoctrination, if you could grace me with that privilege of that response in Celestial whenever, then I would appreciate that. I'll just talk about what you said about it. deep in your mind. So yeah, that is what I'm talking about. And it's actually, I really love like the deep metaphors. So we're now in super transcendental levels of stuff. Like, oh god, my son. When you see this, like, I hope you're an adult. But it's like I'm 26, so it's like, dude, you know what? But it's like I could have been a father. I could have been a father, and we're gonna drop some deep lore, I guess. At the age of 19, 20, like 19 to 20. You would have been born when I was 20, but I would have been 19. Stew. Planned indoctrination by music. Because that's not what I'm doing. I would want to show someone music and then have them respond and just like understand, like, this is just how I have stored my memories, in terms of, I realized there's a way for me to store my years of memory, hard work, in a format that will happen, that will work, because it's an nth harmonic. It's not 137. Kick that geek off the street. And this is what I'm trying to say. You aren't handy with the steel, cut, flip, and fly. The algorithm writing it in celestial pace. It was a clear black night, clear white moon. And I wish I could rap this song, but I'm just trying to share with you that I can get it on at celestial pace, at celestial second. People think they got the pace, the fire, the rhythm, the algorithm. But that, I don't care, because it's not just a first harmonic. I know that when it will come out, it will be a prime harmonic. So whenever it happens to you, it will be prime, because it will fundamentally be prime. So other lookers think they're looking so hard, they better focus on some better things than just some simple tricks, because they better get out of my mix, because they don't know shit. They try to take my wealth, they try to take my ride, and I'll try to show them that I'm more than Marty McFly. But it's just kind of funny. We're just trying to have some fun and joke around and play around. No, I get it. I'm talking the actual music. Only so many notes write on music. Yes, you're letting it get too literal to your head. However, you're actually exactly correct, because there is only fundamental pathways. We do live in a constrained reality. There are some people who say, how dare you tell this to the general public? But I say, it's just physics. It's just how it actually works. So to me, it's just how I relate. But, all you fools try to regulate, try to say who can exist. So that's how shadow banning works and all that other stuff. But it's not just shadow banning, because once people see a bite, they judge you. They have investigated everything they want to know about you. So therefore, they put their minds in freak mode, and they don't really care about what you have to say, the words of today. And it's interesting, because how am I rapping into my own verse instead of the actual verses? It's because I'm doing ABA format and I know how it works. So it may seem a little redundant, but just follow along that I'm saying different bites. I'm not doing the celestial bites, but I'm trying to show you that it can be done. Because into the exact same way that I'm encoding this conversation is the exact same way that the conversation is rhymed and rapped. And if you see the same way the cars broke down, you're going to ask to go along. So it's like you go along the story, and there are people even in religions, yeah, exactly, in this song Eastside Motel, that go on with nonsense in religions and testimonies. So you can't even let a brother, an actual brother in Christ, have a moment of your celestial respite. Jeez, damn. But I guess I won't share with you anything when I get fire. Oh, what, could you think I'm tweaking? Well, I'm going to put you to a whole new era. I'm going to show you what it's like to be left in the bygone peace side, waste side. Because I guess you're not my neighbor, my prójimo. Because you said, who's prójimo? Only my parents, my friends, my neighbors. But you? Oh, you're not. You're not even in proximity to me. Oh, if you knew what I knew, then you would try to step to this. You would try to step with me. You would try to walk with me by the wayside. But no, you cast me like I'm trash. Like I'm just some frivolous trick. But I'm not a trick, and this is not a trick. But if you think I'm a buster, go ahead. Go ahead and regulate, make that decision. Because the song wasn't even over, and yet I hit you with such precision that I could have been done way earlier. But I knew I had yet much more tempo to deliver. And that's exactly how it works. It's not like iambic pentameter, but our English gives us certain blessings, and Spanish gives other blessings. So, sorry, I accidentally tapped my teeth against each other, like just a very tap. I'm gonna put on another song. Encore, I'll do one more. Because people are, might as well do it, just one more. One more bite, and we're gonna do Don't Dream It's Over. So it's the song I really love. So I'm gonna raise it. I'm gonna go max volume in my own ears. Not exactly, but I'll go a little bit more. I'll also read the lyrics, because it's really good. And a paper cup. Yep. There's a battle ahead. Many battles are lost. You'll never see the end of the road while you're traveling with me. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come, they go. To build a wall between us, we know they won't win. Oh man, so that song, it really pierces me. Oh, I would have said certain parameters. So many nasty, people trying to bots. I would have said certain parameters. What do you mean by that? Okay. Tales of War and Waste, but you turn right on to the TV page. Pretty much, hey now, my lord, my love. There's more things that we can do. Don't dream that it's over. Don't think that I can't give you any other bites than these. When the world comes in, when the world collapses, DEDT, when there's nothing else but just time, just you and me, there's no distance between us because that's what life is. That's what I've learned, what the fundamental units of time is. Like delta E, delta T, the energy-time relation. If you can exist at one celestial second with another person, you're in heaven. God is near. If you can talk to someone and, hey, that's when everything opens. That's heaven. As far as I've not only... That was a prime harmonic. You saw a prime harmonic. You right here, right now, even I guess this is going to be a recording. That was a prime harmonic. I didn't think about that, or at least I didn't concrete it. It was probably something I felt before many times, because when I know how to equate these vectors, these words, into religious language, and then I can translate it back into vectors. So I learned it first as physics, and then I transferred it to my Lord. This feeling of friction and release, what? Hey now, it's just such a beautiful song. This feeling of tension and release, of just when the world comes in, I know how to just love you, how to hold you, and also how to see in your eyes and let you know when better days come, that we can make it. That's part of it, man. That's part of it, So don't let them win. Don't let them win. About people that finite you, people that because obviously it's just an outfit. And then I stopped trying for a while. But this is a weekend, so it's a spiritual weekend. It's a beautiful thing. But yeah, so what am I gonna do? I'm gonna keep studying, I guess. So I also have to do work of actually doing. So I like doing lives or spoken stuff because it's very easy to give fundamental vectors. But these fundamental vectors are not done perfectly, at least usually not. This was done pretty well. I get better at it because I trust myself and I've learned how to trust myself. And it's also not just because I'm 26 years old, which a lot of women see men as numbers, and that's what bothers me, because it's now I'm older, it's you still don't think men, they still are oh, how old are you? Younger than me? Oof. But it's what? I'm 26. Like, we're pretty old now. I have some savings. Do you even know, men? She clearly doesn't. That was something that was kind of funny. I will say that. My brother, my son. Because and then I've even said that to my sister. I've even actually, like, talked to my actual sister that it's like, it's a little strange. But it's like, it's because, yeah, there was a 27-year-old and like, oh, dude, maybe I just wasn't her type, but I get it. You know, it was whatever. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna get some altitude, I guess. And what will be the next vibe? I don't want Dream On again. I mean, everything was emotionally good, but I kind of want to do something else. Okay, I'll talk about blessings. I'll talk about blessings one more time about Samuel, in Bailando. So I'm listening to Bailando, and I'll be the last. Great way to end it. We'll end on a fiesta with the wedding. We'll end with the wedding. Ghosts at the wedding. All right. What can I do in these bites? So I have 6 minutes, I suppose, but this song is for. So that's part of it. So my brother, my son, actually, because it's harder to minister to brothers. They have their own preconception. But if you can, my daughter, then go ahead. So you can store these emotions in your thoughts, and you've seen me do it before earlier, even without music. But then I put on the music, and then it was a little more consistent, kind of like bites. However, conversations, I naturally speak in that bite format. He didn't say anything, and I purposely did that, like kind of like bend over. He didn't say anything because, and it's in Luke. It's like, or it's also in 1 Corinthians. If you don't have anything to say, don't speak. So I don't. But obviously it's not like don't have anything to say. It's more like I don't have fire. So we should share fire with the witness of the moment to contribute in spirit. It's not that don't have anything to say at all. I would love to say certain things, but it's like, oh, how do I say it? It's kind of like that. It must be a little out of nowhere. So I can talk when people are quiet or whatever. I can talk one-on-one, but I just only do it in groups. But I do in groups sometimes, especially in spiritual conversations. It's beautiful. So and why this song? Because I was friends with God. I was amongst saints, but it was like even more profound than that. So I actually now we could talk. So you could do talking in multiple ways. I guess my son, advice. I don't know. And I wouldn't tell my daughter this because it's not ready yet. So I'd tell my son because he has to do the work. So my son, because this isn't done yet, what you can do is you can thread conversations. It's hard to do because I don't normally do it. I do the emotional work. I don't do pin and topic, pin. We will do whatever it takes to thread it. I don't do that. Maybe I should though, because it does work. Because theoretically I did do that, but I didn't intend to. Tú y yo, amigos con Dios, my friends, even though we are dancing, because I know how to dance all night, how to keep the sacrament going. I don't know what you mean by I should. I forgot. We gotta have another haunting. Amigos. Dude, I love this thing. It's a one of a kind, bro. Come on. You gotta, you know. Whatever. I do want to do until the 45, so I'm gonna change songs. Yeah, it's been good. I wonder how it's been for everyone else. I don't want Doobie Brothers. That's good. Nah. Actually, we'll do this one after dark. I do have stuff to say about After Dark, by Mr. Kitty. After Dark by Mr. Kitty. I didn't necessarily. I've talked about it before in like an just mentioned it before, but I haven't actually fully explained it. So this is a cool bite to get out, I guess, might as well, for my Lord. This song teaches me, and it came up in very specific times, and how it came up, it basically tells you is, I'm going to remember it when it plays in the song, because it's pretty deep. But when the moment starts, it sort of forces you into like a deep introspection, and it forces you into like you have to be the best, like perform perfectly. I missed you, sorry. And so it's like you sort of like take in the moment also sometimes in moment and block form, like there was that, there was this. So it's like you can deliver bites in these emotional structures as they hit. And that technically is what we're doing in conversation and in music and mood. So it's like if you know and remember the beat of the music and you remember what you're talking about, you can still have it come out. It's weird. It's a blessing. It's a promised blessing. It's a reality of our universe. And that's a reality guaranteed to us by First Corinthians. What does that mean, though? It's not just First Corinthians. It actually has a very specific kind of gradient or slope principle to it. It's kind of like minimum, and I'll concrete it later. I have to do the work. So I've done that. Okay, so but I remember, but I'm threading the whole live now, technically. So because the start of this was me trying to say what I was going to then do in the future, prophesying. Sandstorm, best song, Darude. Let's do Darude Sandstorm after, yeah. Because that is something that I really wanted to probably ask Ferris Maiden about a little bit, might as well. Like, woman of our age, like, hey, what do you think of this? Like, just, I don't know, like, Elizabeth was a little too old. She was 36, but that was not her fault. I was 25 at the time. She was 35, gonna turn 36. So we're same age, 10 years. But the point is, 10-year gap. Point is, she was just like too like, she didn't know how to minister, and also, interesting. Okay, cool. I was just looking at something I have in my room that I kind of didn't really, I thought it got smudged, but no, it did not. Oh, but this song, the way it goes is, and I have to talk about it more because it's plain, because it's like harmonic. You shouldn't disturb harmonics. So that's another part of it. The night will haunt us close, yet the stars will guide us home. That's something I promised you. I testified to you. And finally, this moment that we are alone, that I was looking for. This is the moment that we technically aspire for, but it's not something that should be looked for. It's something that just is. There's a moment in life, and don't look for these moments. Don't look for the solution. Just live. Yet in your passion, I was lost. So because we're often only given a specific moment, so it's like you have to somehow know, but you're never gonna know. So it's like, be yourself, sing your song, but what are you? Who are you? Don't sing a song only when you're falsely exalted. Speak who you are of the day, and she will find you, and then eventually she will be able to flip through all of those in 1 hour. That's what this was. But this was actually 1 hour and 15 minutes. Ooh, sorry, my lord. Sorry, my friend. Oh no, we hung out a little bit too long. Oh, my bad. You wanted Darude Sandstorm, though. I wanted to let you know, my lord, there's no need to ask, for you are the law. And that's part of it. When this song plays, like, it sort of like reprimands you, and it hits you so deep because you are the law. I say that to him. You are the law. Even this is a weird part of it. It's beautiful. That's the verse rhythm. So we're now going to do Darude Sandstorm, and that'll be our closing for the night. Perfect, because this one was supposed to be high energy as well. So we will do Darude Sandstorm. I kind of want to do No Doubt. I kind of want to sing No Doubt. We'll sing No Doubt first, because I sang it. No, we won't. We will do Darude Sandstorm. Maybe another time for... I'm not that present enough for No Doubt, bro. But I kind of do want to share some memories. We'll do Darude Sandstorm first. Then how I feel about childhood memories. But in terms of like this, nothing bad, but it's just like not Darude Sandstorm. Wait, that's not Darude Sandstorm? What the hell? No way. Let me skip forward real quick. No way. Oh, it is. Oh, well, my bad. It's just, damn. It's just, I'm like, okay, take your time. Okay. It's a little bit more. Like, anyways, yeah. Nah, man, nah, man. What? I mean, okay, dang. Can I survive the bites? I don't think I can. I don't think I can. I mean, it doesn't feel that way. Oh, there it is. There it is. There was the boop, boop, boop. So if I was hanging out with someone, I could make it. See? I can last. I can last. I mean, I can last a lot more. Am I allowed to say that? I'm allowed to say that. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. A lot longer than it would take for this conversation. I'll say that. I could do that. Because then conversation, oh, if we were actually hanging out right now and the vibe was Darude Sandstorm and you were allowed to hear it, it does build. It does build. But the conversation, I cannot survive the conversation up to Darude Sandstorm. Because it's like, it's barely in the distance. You know, baby, it's just starting. It's just starting. So if you were here right now, I'd be like, so, you know, it's whoop whooping, you know, whoop whoop. Nope, it didn't even go. I messed up. No, it didn't even smack. See, I'm conversationally off. There it was. Okay, it's about to hit. So honestly, I love this moment. Thank you for allowing me this, because like this is what I would do if I actual friend, like if someone showed me, let's just play Darude Sandstorm right now. I'd be like, I didn't expect this. What do you think, bro? And they're like, shut up. I want to hear the song. I'm like, but it's just boop, 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 boop. Nothing else. You know, it wants you to talk to it. It wants you to talk. Because like, how would you dance this? You know, I wish I could, but my room's a mess. Sorry, I'm not showing you the room. But I will do a little bit. So it's just like, you know. But there it is. The song is going. It does build. So. Yep. Okay. I originally had this live when I was sitting down, bro. I still have my shoes on, so that's why. And the other, need a couple of lights. Yeah, you know, basic lighting is not too good, you know. But anyways, Darude Sandstorm, bro. Even that feels a little slow. You know what's? We'll just put something by No Doubt, whatever it is. Because it ain't hitting. Strobe for this song. I'll just talk about it real quick, but we'll end it because I'm feeling like the bites are pretty much like a little. I mean, they're not too far in between right now, but yeah. I just want to share this real quick. So No Doubt, the song "Don't Speak" has like when I first heard it, I was a very young boy, like a young child. I was like 6 or something. I don't know when it actually came out. But I'm just saying that the song like has a really weird connotation of like being almost religiously tied, or it has like some notion of God, because it sounds like that even though it never did. Because I don't know. Don't tell me something caused that it hurts, but at the time I remember being a child. It's like saying something about like don't tell me like God's curse or something, like, or something like that, or God hurts. So it had like a weird like connotation like that, just wanted to share. And a lot, like, because my sisters had like this No Doubt album, I'm pretty sure, because like it was all those songs, those key songs that had like these little like traumatic effects. It's a little weird. Kind of like to discuss that someday. I don't know. I don't know, like why not? You know, like, why not? Like that's just the bite. It's just the bite. um, yeah. So those are all the different bites that are possible. Darude Sandstorm takes way too long to talk. No doubt. I like this. I can see us dying. Wow. Wow. Oddly. What a really cool song. So I like the song because it has the ABA format really well done. Check out some videos of them. No, sister, no. I know the videos. I remember seeing them every time they come on MTV or like when we got internet and stuff. It's like, nah, bro. I don't. I mean, I should. I do want to. I do actually want to, but I just know it's gonna make me feel. It's gonna because I was like, oh gosh, it was that. It was that. Okay, but okay. Speaking of which, Lob it Fire. There was a specific like song, and I think it was only Spanish culture. It was in this time period of the early 2000s where there was like a Felix the Cat. Do you know what I'm talking about? There was like a Spanish song with like Felix the Cat or something, and it had something to do with like the cat was like dating two women. It was a really weird Spanish song, and I'm just like that was another weird like card part of this kind of like music era that like what is this? Um yeah. I'm just gonna put another song from what is this? Dang. It's because it's not showing me the actual No Doubt, which is kind of like, what the heck, YouTube music? Let me try it. No Doubt. There it is. Maybe. Oh, Just a Girl? No, that was a vibe. That was no trauma, nothing bad. But yeah. Oh, It's My Life. It's My Life, dude. Yeah, that music video specifically, I know what you're talking about. That's because it shows me the guy, and the guy is like, that guy is so, his hair is so prominent. You'll know if it's him. So it's those music videos. Those are the weird ones. Ricky Martin. Let me check. Let me check if that's what that is. That might be really cool if that is. Ricky Martin. What the heck is this? No, I don't think so. But maybe he did have the in like a music video or something. So I'll check. But that's later. Oh, Sunday Morning. Yeah, that my sister played that one a lot. Yeah, that was her vibe, kind of. Haute Menudo. I don't know what that is. Hey baby, what's this? Oh, that song. That song's not that bad, but it's just not a conversation. That means they must have had that album too. Yeah, yeah, I remember that. Pretty cool stuff. But anyways, yeah, it's time to eventually depart for the evening. So we shall end on the last bite. Oh, perfect timing. It'll be 4 minutes. Haute Menudo. I'll check that one. I'll check that one later. Thank you. Thank you for this evening. Well, to everyone, especially souls, especially souls. Yeah. So I'll just take my stuff off. The bracelets are pretty cool. One of them is $80, and the other one is if because it's if you divide it amongst the bracelet and the necklace, which one's worth what? So they're both 200. So I'll say that. Yeah, at least. I don't want to say, but yeah, they were 300 each. We'll say that. Cause damn. But it's beautiful. Ricky Martin was in Menuda, the group. That might be it. But there's also another. So thankfully, I survived all of these moments, both hands free, because between my feet, I can't do that forefoot thing because one, I have shoes on, so you're by the shoes. So there's that. But oh, cool. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I really like this bracelet. The colors aren't exactly visible because obviously it's not the exact light spectrum. But there's a dark blue. So, pretty cool. I like it. That's one of them. But this emotion of this song that I'm playing right now in the exit bite, it's Snake Oil by Prep. And it's kind of interesting. But the harmonic I share, I'm not trying to waste any of your life. I'm just trying to share with you just what I want to give you eventually. Just let the sun slip over the slipway. And what that really means is that I know that we're close to an ending, but eventually you're going to see su elegir. So there's a beautiful way to say it in Spanish, but eventually you're going to see su elegir va a descansar. Like, you're going to run out of your options. Technically, that is the correct word. So it's like elegir. So elegir is the souls that are before you, presented before you. Look like dart or arrowheads. No, it's pretty cool. But anyways, whatever you say, indeed. So we'll let the sun set over the slipway, and both of our lives will be dimmer because we don't have each other in our lives right now. Because I wasn't the man for you good enough yet. I didn't have whatever. I didn't have what you wanted, I guess. So we're just going to keep passing each other by because I could have told you. I could have told you better lies. But that's not what that is. It's just the song. I could have told you heavenly things, but apparently it just wasn't more interesting than that other guy. So I'll let you think that he's some kind of real thing. I'll let you think that he's some kind of truth you want to find. Because you still think that he's some kind of real thing. But he's just the truth you want to find. However, don't say you believe it. Because, that just means that there's conflict and there's contrast. It doesn't mean that to entirely discount. It just means there's flaws in everyone. And there's emotion that we have inside that's obviously like, what's it called? Not like fully dealt with or whatever. But you do have to just overcome that as like a relationship, as a couple or whatever. So I do want to do one more harmonic. So I'll do one more harmonic because I want to teach the study of harmonics. A harmonic is when you repeat an event or an emotional mood. So it's like, hey, we're still talking about this. Whoa. And this song literally plays. And I don't mean that literally. Take his word if you want it. That Burnt Out Bird song. And that's something that I can't. Okay, I'll say first love. Revelations. That's what Revelations has shown me. Her word, because saying her word, listen to my instinct. So it's going to sound like I'm lying to you, but I'm not. Snake oil. No, I'm not. So because you'll now learn what something is an nth harmonic, something banging on a trebuchet, you can see if someone is speaking an nth harmonic, a numbered harmonic, some number greater than 7, let's say. However, let's let the sun set over the slipway because you didn't have faith enough that I could be found because you thought, oh, no, there's no way. There's no way. There's no questions that could be asked to this soul. Do they think I'm taken? I don't think so. Whatever. Because there are conversations, and I notice, because it offends some women. It offends some women, which is kind of interesting. It offends some women and I say, no one's ever even asked me. But if you do, then I tell you, I wear it because it reminds me of my baptismal covenants. It's a physical challenge that you have to learn how to deal with. So it's like, and also mine's worn down a lot. It looks gray actually. It used to be a copper, like a brownish copper. I just don't want it to look shiny. I don't want it to be wealth or anything. I want it to be seen as not a burden, but as like what it really means. What the heck? Stop, that's a little scary. Why 3? Weird, that's a group. Good evening, good night. I'm vibing right now. So have a good night. Have a good night, sister. We always knew we were close to an ending. I couldn't work it out in time. I could. But I'm just trying to show you that people think that in bites they can summarize people, but not at all. He's gonna pretend. False. How can, and I don't understand, how can you believe it genuinely? How can you believe false souls? What does he show you in a celestial hour? Like, he can't speak a celestial hour. What does he do in your time? Like, and that's the thing as well, because there's so many layers of society that I know. So like I said, it goes back to method of 32. However, now we're over 1.5. However, you said, whatever you say, I will let the sunset slip down. I will let you be the last of the Elihir. I will let you think that he's some kind of real thing, that he's some kind of truth you want to find, that he, whoever he is your John. He is someone that you think is not pretending. I could have told you. I could have given you prophecy. I could have shown you exactly, broken it line by line. But that's not what you wanted because we were so close. But I couldn't work it out in time. I was the one. So I'll let you think that he's some kind of real thing, that kind of truth you want to find. And so, because evidently, evidence is not what we need. Evidence to the contrary. Evidently, you don't hear me. That's part of it, technically. So, a lot of cool stuff. We're going to do one more harmonic. Just one more harmonic, because this is just too good. Okay, so 1204. I want to share with you this. You are the Elihir. You are my Lord. You are the choice one, the principle. That's what it means. Prime harmonic, for those to be in the prime harmonic, for those to be in the witness, DT. Su Elihir, my Lord, that's DT. We delivered that. So if you can survive each celestial bite, take his word if you want it. Take his word. But no, I'm telling you, no burnt out birdsong, no BS. I'm telling you, infinite pace, infinite truth. Listen to your Lord, your Son. I'm trying to tell you that I'm not singing to your instincts. I'm not singing some basis bullshit, some base oil. No, I'm not. I'm not even because of altitude. Not even that. You can be fine. That truth is not found there unless with work. And can you not deny this? Are you denying these bites? Whatever you say, ABA, I will prove this to you. I will do this. I have done this, only partially. As the last sunset closes down, as the last spoke comes down, we will let it end. For that's how time goes. Because people think that, oh, you're not this some kind of real thing, because you're just some false truth that is trying to be found. Not at all. Not at all. I could have told you better, celestial, heavenly things. These vectors are dual inverse. How can we take the gender identity so freely, but we cannot take the concept of freedom and slavery? Who caused what? I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy. How can we? Oh, but I'll let you turn your head. I'll let you, because he's got your instinct. He's got your attention. Oh, without any invitation. Okay, that's okay. We'll see Su Elihir as it comes to that dust cloud, at the sunset, the horizon ahead. Oh, what? You think it's better for me to change my plan and my voice, because I'm not going to be the one that's banging on like a trebuchet as the last boat comes down. Oh, I always knew that we were going to end because I'm not your Lord, right? I'm not, that's okay. That's okay. Because I don't know what blessings are. I don't know. This truth that you'd love to find, I've never found it. I've never found it. But I did. I have. And I've shown you how. But you don't hear. And the funny thing is, I don't get to show this to anybody but elegir. Elohim. Oh God, no. Spanish. Su elegir. Your choice. My choice. My Dios. My life. That's my God. Whatever you say, I have found the truth, but you say no. I am worth, okay, you shared me some truth, but no, you can't possibly give me more than a bite, than 5 minutes. I don't want to hang out with you. Thank you for that bite, though. Thank you for talking to me for 5 minutes. That was a great bite. The kind of truth you want to find. Oh, that's not found in him. But once I find my husband, tell me everything. That's how it works. That is how it works. You can't deny it when you've seen it. I'm just telling you. When you see that last boat come down, Su Elegir has come down, collapsing, and you couldn't work it out. What? Women are gods. They have everything in front of them. You can pick and choose. You can even do Method of Infinite Souls. You can soul search. You can be a Joestar. But don't say you don't believe it. But you don't believe it. I can use the inverse. Su elegir. Propio. Prójimo. ¿Quieren? ¿Queréis escuchar? Uno más repetición, por favor. ¿Os queréis? Sí. Okay, we're doing it one more time. Yes. All right. So I'm vibing. So I was telling a story that takes 3 bites. And I know it takes 3 bites. But you say, I don't want to. You said, you are just talking about yourself. No, not, okay. If you are the opposite opposing other, if you are my first love, if you are revelation, I've shown you how it's done. I can do it again. I can talk you again now. I can tell you it's a lot more than instinct. It's not instinct. You have to travel by physics, by method, by verse, rhythm, rhyme. It's charge, parity, symmetry. Charge, parity, time. I could bang on like a trebuchet. I'm surprised you can't even detect it. It's just ABA poetry. What more can I say? Just let the sun set over the slipway. Let those ignorant ones, the not elegir, disappear. Always knew they were close to an ending. They're gonna leave. They're stand users. And if you don't know how to fight stand users, I can show you. But that'd take about 4 bites. You don't have that much time. Oh, my Lord, my friend. But we're not talking about them, because they aren't. Who is our friend? And who is my prójimo? And who are the angels of the crowd? That's a great question. The angels of the crowd are the prójimo, the elegir, those that are here for more than just a few bites. And it really does work that way. How do we know this, that it's only those from more than a few bites? Well, if you're the only one that's in the crowd that can hear Christ, that can see the sinners and publicans come and go, if you can stay around just long enough to see who comes and goes, I'm telling you, teaching you the method, you can do it. I've done it. Do you hear the solution? I won't be banging on like a trebuchet, because that's not how Christ worked. He was not the one to tell you the way, or was he? He said, my father, my son, Moses, Elias, future, past. If you want to know, don't wait for it to fall down. Don't wait for an ending, because your Lord is in your life right now. He's working in with you right now. If you think he's some kind of real thing, that boy that you found that says, he can lead you to God, I can lead you to God. Right now, you just got to touch. No, there's a lot more to life, and I can teach you, I can show you, because I've learned now that if a woman, and hey, the law of chastity works. If you don't believe it, that's okay. that's okay, because I'm trying to find my actual Lord, my God, and it's not just someone who's willing to submit to you. There's more to it than that. There's life. People don't believe that. But anyways, whatever you say, just let the sun set over the slipway if they don't believe. How can I tell you about heavenly things if you don't hear me even on earthly things? Oh, of course. But I could tell you these bites of physics, so I tell them, hey, my friend, my Lord, hey, my friend, my brother, hey, friend, hey, friend, hello, hey. The universe is infinitely recursive and repeating. This is the consequence of it. It works by the standard model. Here's the most famous example that I give. It's like this. It's just, this is a stored up particle. To hold it up, that's an up particle. To let go is an, okay, what is an up particle? So the simplest, or a W plus is a stored, as a sent action. It's an action, transmitted action. W plus, we transmitted action. I create a real up particle. But how do you make a W plus meson? W plus meson is made by a real up particle, and an antimatter down particle. What is antimatter? Antimatter is time reverse matter. Prove it. Okay. Time reverse matter. Well, how did I create this? I have to use particle physics to do everything. Well, I created an up particle. That's the stored potential energy. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, that's an up. That's an anti-up. Okay, well, what's the down? Where's that time reverse down that you said? It's time reversed, right? Yes, I do work. I create an up. What's that time reversal? My hand. I lose my hand. You can also compute it as a loss. What is the loss? What is the required action? The antimatter up or down can even be in terms of fuel, can even be fuel. Well, you did that work. We know physics. You did work. That's what it is. I did work. However, there's also another reality to this. The reality is I lose something to do this. Well, I did the work. In terms of actual engines, this is what it means. That's what that means. In an engine, the fuel instantly is used. That's the consequence. Your time reverse is that it's used now. Is it a consequence? Is it a curse? Or is it a constraint that you know how to optimize and work with? If this will always happen, this time reverse down, if this will always happen, what can you start working with? Oh, but that took a bite to explain. Oh, man. If you don't even have 3 bites, how much do you have sense by the wayside? Do you have sense? So, I can do this infinite verse, rhythm, verse, rhyme with English because it is one of God's languages, I believe. It's a Commonwealth language by now poor people. That's kind of a cool blessing. But it also is given to the Commonwealth. It's a Commonwealth language. So it gives the power of the Commonwealth, which is this language, this spoken verse. And William Shakespeare showed us how. There's ABA, there's poetry. However, English is also not necessarily a beautiful or elegant language. Or is it? Does it matter how many words I waste? Minging on like a trebuchet. So, you can speak with a verse rhythm, a verse rhyme, but do you even know where you're going? Yes, I do, my Lord, my love. And if I do imbue this rhythm, verse, rhyme, will you finally hear me? Will you finally get closer to an ending? My Lord, my love, I guess I couldn't work it out, but I guess you think he's some kind of real thing, that guy, that with that charm, that verse, that elegance. I guess you needed someone pretending. However, I will let you do it. I will accommodate for this request. For you are finite, indeed. You are finite. And who do we commit this mockery on? Who gets this curse? Who gets this? It doesn't matter, in my opinion. It doesn't matter. I don't focus on that. But I focus on is whatever you bless, I shall bless. Whatever you shall curse, I shall curse. So my Lord, my love, what have I taught you in this elegant evening? What have you taught me in this grand evening that I have been blessed with your presence? What have I learned from you? What have I learned from thinking that you are some kind of real thing, some kind of truth I want to find? But I don't care about whether you are or not, for you are my Lord, for that's who I bestowed this time upon. That's the definition of it. You may think it works some other way, only when you feel it to. You'll never know when your Lord is here, so just practice with whoever's in front of you. And if you think, oh, no, that's cheating, that's not how it works. It's empathy. It's universal empathy. It's that kind of truth you want to find. But you think that guy knows it, but he has a better heart. That's okay. I know you. I don't even care. Lord, forgive them, for they know not what they do. So there is no need for cursing, because you will find whatever heaven you want. For it is told in Luke, say unto people, cast dust unto them as a testimony before them. However, you don't say anything bad. You just say, may the kingdom is nigh unto you. May the kingdom of God come unto you. May you bestow everything that is upon the rule of what you think God is. May that happen according to your will, because you know what God is. May that be according to your will then, your life. Technically, that's what's happening. But anyways, I've said enough. We gave 4 bites indeed. What a great way to end the evening. Even though it was on a repetitive, bad harmonic. Take his word if you want it. Dude, I'm not going to listen to people that think I'm saying a burnt out bird song, bro. I'm not those dudes that just talk some BS. I'm not just saying some pattern of songs like Richard Dickens, Dawson. It doesn't matter, man. It's some kind of vibe before he lets you down. Chill out. Doesn't matter how many words I waste, but apparently it does. You got to say the exact verse word, the bite that matters. However, they're like, feed me. I won't tell you. But it's like, nah, bro. No. Well, I can. There is a way to do it. But you have to do it with Luke chapter 12, verse 25. Which one of you, with taking thought, which one of you, with taking thought, can add to your brother's stature but 1 cubit? So which one of you, while thinking, trying to come up with something golden wisdom, can add to someone something meaningful to their life? I can do that every single bite. I've done that for 2 hours. Well, not during like informational vector, during the Darude sandstorm, because that was a bite to contain and store the loss and the suffering of failed conversation. Right now, when I am in snake oil in prep, this is actually one of my most successful harmonics, regrettably, or at least, I don't know, man. It is what it is. I'm telling you the truth. No words, no BS. My son, he'll understand. Elias will understand. The future sons will understand. Whatever you say, we'll let the sunset set over the slipway, because we're just going to keep missing each other. Like I said, that's the purpose of this. We know that we'll always come to an ending. We'll know that conversations end. However, I'm trying to tell you, back to this, that the kind of truth you want to find doesn't exist. Yet it's possible. But I'm trying to say that conversation repeats. Conversation is a fuel, but people dump it, forget about it. But the purpose is you're not supposed to forget about it. You're supposed to store it. How do you store it? It really is in your covenants. But I've said this to people, but the thing is, even those of the church are saying, you're just saying the keywords, the buzzwords, whatever you say. And I let the sun set over the slipway, over the saints even, every single day. Every time I try to talk to them, I'm like, hey, there's yet more blessings. Hey, there's yet more amazing things. Don't let the word get out. Oh my gosh. I'm making an abstract joke that's unrelated to anything that anybody's ever said. I could have told you better things. We'll get in there because I'm vibing. I control this. Lol. The point is, I want to actually make this 2 hours. So just to show that bites, to show that what it really means to be some kind of real thing, bro. Like, damn. If you just needed someone pretending, I could have... Dude, it's not about that. It's about actually finding meaningful solutions to life that can cause repeated blessings. That's what I've lived. That's what I've lived for the past 2 years. And I'm trying to tell the saints,
I'm about to leave you guys, like as like my Lord, Matthew 26 verse 11. For ye have the poor with you always, but me not always. I'm trying to tell them, won't have a physicist anymore. You won't have someone that knows all this stuff. I'm going to be in the older age group because I don't feel comfortable hanging out with like young. This group is 18 to 25. I love the older people, and I'm trying to minister to the young men to teach them everything I know about like that age. Like, dude, you're going to go through these things. Life is you can still study and have the gospel in your life. If you can do that, there's theoretically these blessings, this benefit. There's a theoretical benefit if you do this type of work in your life, in your future life, or even right now. So I try to tell them future stuff to try to set them up like, this is a mission of all humans. This is if you want to be a Stardust Crusader. These are the blessings that I've seen, and this is what it takes to receive them. Straight up. This is what it takes. So that's actually a prayer that they asked for. They themselves, the young men. They said, how do promised blessings exist, and can they be? And I was like, yes, they can. But they asked that 2 weeks ago when I was not here. So it's like, whoa, So it's like, whatever you say, my Lord, my love, I have so much work, so much stuff to show you, to tell you. And how is it that we are still missing each other? How is it that I'm like, have I not proven myself? Am I not? I guess there's some kind of truth that we have to find together. That's what I know I have to do. I actually know because of revelation. And I'll tell you the reflex in my mind, in my heart. I don't want to say Revelation like chapter 2 because it means, like I said earlier in this live, earlier in the harmonic hour. So I told you bites happen. So what I said was Revelation because first love, nevertheless your first love, which was, and if I could just say her name, it would work because it implies all of that. But I don't think she has such a harmonic, such a celestial name. It's a very rare name. If I even say her first name, she could be found. That's a beautiful name. I got to experience a celestial soul, the true experience with God. And I try to tell people that. And when I do get to share those conversations, a lot of people said, wow, that woman's amazing. Who is she? And it didn't matter if I was talking about Grace or Nicolette. Yeah. They were both harmonic souls. And then there were others that have like the same kind of distinction about their beauty, their amazingness. It was Elizabeth. Immediately after Grace, and then it was then Ferris for a while, for a year, the whole time, and still is her. It's no one else. Whoever heard there's one more woman that I could. These are the few souls that I could like really promise my entire soul to. Like could I fulfill them? No, that's a question. That's a question that it's up to them to pick me and decide and judge me in dates. So dates go both ways, but I always give my full self like, hey, here's what I want. Here's what I offer like to you. This is how I feel. It's kind of weird, but like, it's not said in any weird ways. It's just, I'll do that next time. It's kind of late tonight. It's very late tonight, but I'm purposely trying to finish the 30 landmark. So we'll switch to something else right now, just to end it out, man. One more 3 minutes. Oh, We Are the People. That's a great one. Yeah, we'll do that. So this song stores a different set of vectors, and we're really perfectly wrapping it up now. So this is a bite that I wanted to talk about, and it is related to everything I did this entire evening. I talked about it's about how we can remember and And we do this as a force running in every boy and girl. So this is a celestial song. I call this, We Are the People, I call this song a worship song. I think it's a better worship song than even religious music, because we're sharing this moment nearer than farther. It has all the concepts of like very deep, like Christ-like stuff. A scent of lemon drips from your eyes. Who cares? You can even re-say it. You can even say that vector, like a scent of lost memories flowing from your eyes. Like, that's all you have to do. But no, we can be all rejoicing in the word, in the world. Take me now, we can try. That's what I'm trying to say to my brothers. I'm trying to show them this exact method. This method of recursion. Take this with me. Go further than me. Look in the summer. Love in the summer. Follow the sun till night. Reminiscing of other times in life. For each and every other. Not for ourselves. This is what I'm trying to tell you. The feeling was stronger. That shock should hit 11 indeed. Yeah, obviously. Getting lost in each other's eyes in the work that we do. This is heaven. This is the kingdom, not heaven. This is the kingdom, the work to come. Are you going to leave me now? But I know I try. When I think you're going to leave me, I know I have to try. And this is a thing, a celestial work. It has been done by brothers before, by Moses before, the law of Moses, great men before. Are you going to leave me now? Are you going to believe me now? Can't you be believing now? Can't you remember and humanize the time when we were all still energized, when we were working late into the night? That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's that energy, it's that momentum, it's that drive, that force that lies in every single boy and girl. We are the people that rule the world. You and I. You and my elegir. You and I. Whenever. Note it. Remember what I said. And this is not what I said, but this is the light. I'm trying to share with you light that I've seen. This is what that means. There was light in 2 Timothy chapter 3 or chapter 4, verse 14. Remember the light from whom thou hast learned it from. Remember that's what that means. So can you be believing now? I can't do well when I think you're going to leave me. That's technically how it started. When I was a young man, when I was a young man, I can tell you, I'm pointing you to these vectors, what they symbolically mean. They means when I was younger, when I was without, when I had less, when I was younger in the study. But I'm a man of my years. I have to do this. I have to do this at celestial pace, not for myself, but for my son, my sons. I'm 26, but you speak as though you're... I had successful talking to 36-year-old woman, Elizabeth. Good for her. But I didn't... She wasn't as mature as I thought she would be. Kind of interesting. She was very accommodating and like womanly. Good for her. But that's very good relationship skills. But I kind of wanted a woman to be more sure in herself and her emotion and her womanliness, like that she could guide me as a man. She was very accommodating, very respectful woman. Great woman for someone that wants that. But I want to elevate I want my partner to be, maybe I'm expecting too much, but I'm seeing what I saw in those rare souls, and I'm never going to stop, because this is what I saw in their souls, that what they want from me to do. So I've learned it. What do you want? If you are my elegir, if you are my Lord, my prójimo, what do you want me to do? What do you want from me? What do you want my force to be? Because these are my temple covenants. This is what I care about. This is my God. I will say that. Like, why not? Why not? I'm real. I'm real. So, I love you. I love everyone. And I'll try to remember. So that's what my work is. So, I'm gonna get ready to sleep. Pretty good, man. I'm vibing out. Man, that was a great conversation. Got many bites out. I'm gonna pause the music. I'm done. Oof. Vibing. That was tiring. That was 2 hours. 2 celestial moments. 2 opera moments. So many bites every 5 minutes. I proved it. prove myself. 3-minute bite into the victory. I feel good. I feel calm. I feel like my son could be proud of me. Could be proud of me. I did it. I did it. And as a human, as a monkey, I just want to show you my shiny rock. Please. This is my shiny rock. It's cool. I love it. And I want to show you my other shiny rock. I want to show you the red. The red is super cool. The red is my favorite. And the white. Red and the white. The red. My rock. Super cool. Super cool. Okay. Nice. Those are the only two things I just really wanted you guys to see. Okay. Good evening. Bye. Bye. That's a conversation in the future. You'll know. Bye. I love you.